Hello everyone, welcome to Englidium and thanks for joining me. Today in our class we have Daffodils by William Wordsworth, and the students who are in ICSE and just going to sit for the board exam in the year 2023-2024, this poem is for them. Okay, as I told you before that whenever you are about to read a poem, you are about to comprehend the meanings of it, just read few lines about the poet or the author, whoever has written this is very important. So it was written by, this poem Daffodils was written by William Wordsworth, and let's read some lines about that great poet. No study of English literature is complete without a reading of William Wordsworth, who is perhaps the greatest of the romantic poets. It was he who rallied for the use of everyday language, common people and things in poetry. Wordsworth was a great lover of nature, and this poem was inspired by a real life experience. So the poem we're about to read, now it is a real life experience of the poet. Once when on a walk with his sister, he came upon a sight of a belt of daffodils. It means a number of numerous daffodils beside a lake, with the wind blowing over the flowers. The sight of this vast expanse of yellow flowers inspired Wordsworth to write this remarkable poem. He goes on to tell the reader that long after he had had his experience, the more memory of the sight would lift his spirits when he felt dejected or depressed. This well-known poem is a eulogy to the restorative powers of nature. Now let's start the poem, Daffodils by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud. बादल जैसे इधर उधर घूमता रहता है, वैसे ही हम भी उस दिन, maybe the, okay, before I start explaining the line-wise meanings, let me tell you that as it is a real-life incident of the poet, once upon a time, he was going somewhere with his sister Dorothy, and there he came across this beautiful sight of nature. He just halted, he stopped there, and he had a kind of, all the poets have a different kind of a power of imagination, the excellence. So he just had a look at the nature, and then he wrote this poem after a few times. I wandered lonely as a cloud. मैं बादल के जैसा इधर उधर घूम रहा था. ऐसे कोई मकसद नहीं था उनका. His sister was there with him. That floats on high over vales and hills. Vales का मतलब है valley. Okay, and hills are पहाड़. जैसे बादल पहाड़ के ऊपर से, वैलीज के ऊपर से चलता रहता है, वैसे ही. When all at once I saw crowd a host of golden daffodils. तब अचानक मैं एक जगह पे बहुत सारे daffodils flower को देखा. A host of golden daffodils. As you know that the daffodils are golden in color, as you can see it over here. Okay, the daffodil flowers, they are golden in color, and they all were there. You can, when the poet saw at the flowers, at the nature, there were number of flowers, okay? Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Beside the lake, beneath the trees. वहाँ पे एक lake, there was a lake था, और उसके पास में, beside the lake, the flowers were beside the lake. Okay, झील के पास. Beneath the trees, पेड़ के नीचे, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. And the fluttering का मतलब है फड़फड़ाना. So the flowers, we all know that when wind blows, what happens to the petals of the flowers? They just flutter as if they all are dancing. And the poet is saying that when these numerous flowers, they were just swaying their heads from this side to that, and it looks like they all were dancing, they all were happy. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. Continuous as the stars that shine. जैसे तारे जो हैं वो चमकते रहते हैं. And twinkle on the Milky Way. Milky Way का मतलब it's a galaxy. Okay, हम इसे क्या बोलते हैं इसको? आकाश गंगा. And twinkle on the Milky Way. Twinkle का मतलब टिमटिमाना. So as if when we look at the night sky and in the galaxy, we can see that in the Milky Way, so many, uncountable stars are there. They twinkle, and it's a magnificent sight to behold. एंड ट्विंकल ऑन द मिल्की वे, जैसे वो तारे ऐसे चमकते हैं मिल्की वे में, वैसे ही these flowers were also dancing. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. और they stretched in never-ending line. जितना दूर तक पोएट देख रहे थे, डैफोडिल्स ही डैफोडिल्स था. ओके, नेवर-एंडिंग लाइन. एंड along the margin of a bay. मार्जिन का मतलब है पास में, बे का मतलब, बे को हम बोलते हैं खाड़ी. ऐसे क्या होता है, ओशन के पास में जो कभी कभी ऐसे जगह होता है जहां पे पानी जहां पे घुस जाते हैं, एंड दिस प्लेस इज कॉल्ड बे. So by the margin of a bay, the poet could see these beautiful, ecstatic daffodil flowers. 10,000 saw I at a glance. मैं एक झलक में 10,000 10,000 फूल मैंने देखा. Tossing their heads in sprightly dance. They all were tossing their heads from this side to that, and they all were happy. Sprightly dance का मतलब they all were very happy. वो flowers जो है वो they are very happy. वो बहुत खुश थे. Now the question is that if you want to be precise, is it possible for a human being when he is beholding something or looking at the vast expanse of flowers, how could he count that there were 10,000 flowers? No. There were not 10,000. It could be more than 10,000 or less than 10,000. But the fact was that it is about the enormity, the number of the flowers. The poet, he just guessed it. He assumed that it could be near about 10,000. 10,000 का मतलब है बहुत सारा. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. The waves, वहाँ पे एक लेक भी था ना, मैंने बोला, there was a lake, and लेक में जो लहरें जो है, they were also dancing. They were also dancing with the waves, the way the flowers were dancing. But you know, the fact is that twist here is the waves, they outdid the sparkling waves in the flowers. They outdid the sparkling waves in glee. फूल भी वहां पे नाच रहा था, लहरें भी वहां पे they were also dancing. But the fact is that both of them, in showing their expressions, the flowers were more lively, more rational, more real than the waves in showing their expression, their happiness. Glee का मतलब है आनंद, happiness. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. Jocund का मतलब है यहाँ पे हैप्पी. A poet could not but be gay. अगर एक कवि जो है, अगर वो ऐसे नेचर में वो रहेंगे, he will definitely be happy, because the poets are real. Most of the poets are nature lover. They love the beauty of nature, the essence of nature. Okay, the touch of nature. And when they are a man like William Wordsworth, a romantic poet, when he is inside the lap of nature, he is extremely mirthful. He is happy. And they all are imaginative, highly imaginative. So a poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. आगे भाई, अगर इधर उधर जो कंपनी जो है, आसपास में जो है, अगर वो लोग खुश है, तो you will also be happy. When you are in such a company like this, when you are among the children, or you are inside, a room which is full of beautiful things, you feel happy, isn't it? I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show me to had brought. मैं देखता ही रहा, और मैं सोच रहा था, भाई इसमें क्या है, ऐसा क्या है? What wealth the show to me had brought. ये जो शो जो है, ये फ्लावर्स का, ये लेक का, ये पेड़ का, ओके, बादल जो ऊपर से जा रहे हैं, this show is having something very special, and I am feeling really wealthy. I am feeling rich. Okay, after cherishing the beauty of the nature. For oft is a short word. The real word is often or often. Okay, for oft when on my couch I lie. जब मैं कभी कभी मेरे जो काउच का मतलब है सोफा या बिस्तर, जब मैं वहां पे सोया रहता हूँ, whenever on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood. Vacant का मतलब है खाली, और pensive इसका मतलब है when you are worried. Okay, चिंताग्रस्त. So the poet is saying in vacant or in pensive mood. मेरा मन कभी ऐसा होता है. Okay, we all are human beings. कभी कभी बहुत जो चीज है हमारे आजू बाजू में, बहुत खाली खाली सा लगता है सब कुछ, and we feel very unhappy, we feel lonely, we feel broken. ऐसे मूड में, और when you are worried about something, about the responsibilities, the duties you have to perform, you feel tense, you feel nervous. They flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. ये जो फूल है ना, ये जो सीनरी जो था, ये सीन जो था, they come inside me, they flash upon that inward eye, मेरे मन में वो जो सीन था वो आ जाता है, which is the bliss of solitude. और मुझे लगता है मेरा जो loneliness है, इसमें वो loneliness में ये bliss है. bliss को हम क्या बोलते हैं? आशीर्वाद. Okay, it's kind of bliss. Whenever I'm lonely, I think about the flowers, I think about the scene, I think about the beautiful moment that I spent, and they make me feel happy. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. तब मेरा कहता है, मेरा जो मन है वो भी फिर से खुश हो जाता है. And I feel like dancing. Okay, I just get up and I do my work. And this is something, we all need. Whenever we are sad, we are upset, we are depressed, we think about the moments, the beautiful moments that we spent with the beautiful people. And definitely in the lap of nature sometime, we really feel happy. Okay, we feel rejuvenated. So this is the poem, Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Okay, so I think the poem is quite clear to you right now. If you like the explanation, subscribe the channel, like, share and comment. Take care.